What if I read them like celebrities? Gosh. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Sayori is Christopher Walken, sure. Hello there. My name is Brandon Wheeler. This is my first time doing a playthrough online. Let's start over again. Just so you know, I have an appreciation for people who do this now, because I've tried to do this intro about 7 times, and I keep screwing it up. My first time ever doing a playthrough, so why not? So don't think it's easy. It's not. All right. My name is Brandon Wheeler. This is my first time doing a playthrough online. Not that you care. A little details about me. I'm from Georgia. I'm in the military currently. So just thought I'd try to give a little detail. Now, I'm going to be playing a game today for the first time ever to test out my capabilities on my laptop. You're probably asking, what game? Well, a very specific game. This one. Now, you're probably wondering why I would play a game like this. Well, there's 2 reasons. Both for the same thing. This character kind of right here. And you're probably wondering, oh, why is that? Not what you're thinking. A couple years ago when I was looking about my life and everything, I was wondering just where I was. I was praying to the Lord to help me get out of this place that I was in and everything. And this game kept getting advertised, and me and my curiosity in 2019, I was like, fine, I'll look at it. So I watched playthroughs online. I still didn't understand, like, why am I watching this? But I kept going. So it got to this part, where she explained what her issues were. And that hit a nerve on me, because that's how I viewed myself in some ways. No, a lot of ways. Not having any self-worth or anything like that, I still struggle with it to a point. But that's just how I am. But the Lord's brought me a long way and continuing to. Like I said, I'm here in the military, and I've actually joined a play, second reason, that's actually dealing with trying to prevent soldier suicide. So this, in a way, will help me keep in context. It's not something to make fun of. It's, if you actually need help, reach out. My reaching out was in a way of therapeutic, because I'm also an aspiring screenwriter. So yes, I wrote a script on this. I don't know if I would ever see the light of day, if it ever get made or anything. I was actually thinking of editing it today. But if nothing else, I wrote it for myself. I even sent a letter to Dan Savato, an email. I actually did, thanking him for making, this game. I know it's something stupid, but it's just what the Lord had for me. So, well, without any further ado, this is actually my 3rd playthrough of the game that I'm going to be doing. Yes, 3rd. And you're probably asking, why your 3rd? Well, I've done 2 other playthroughs, but I never got all the pictures. So in this playthrough, I'm going to try to get every single picture. All of them. We'll try to go from there. That way I have a complete ending and I have the official good ending, I guess. Although, is there really a good ending? Because when it gets to that part, there's something I thought of that's just like, maybe. But is the plus version, which is going to be coming out at the end of the month, which part of the reason why I'm playing this game, because I want to get prepared for that, is it really just extra material, or is it going to have extra, materials whatsoever? I'm trying to figure whether I should have my glasses on or not. Screw it. Okay. First playthrough. It's going to be technical difficulties, so. All right, so without further ado, new game. Now, I'm going to try to do some voices, but I don't think I'm going to keep them throughout it. So, hey! That's actually the 2nd time I've done this playthrough, because I just can't do the voices. I can't. Sorry. I'm not going to be the one doing the voices. Even though I would have loved to have been a voice actor one time. No. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she doesn't care. Totally oblivious Any attention she might draw to herself because she's listening to some sort of pop music. I make a lot of jokes, but when it gets to certain points, no jokes. Camera. I think the camera's here, but it's there. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? Yeah. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I feel better off running away. You're a jerk, MC. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I can't. Ha ha. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but that's only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you said like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Brandon. I don't mean to be. This Brandon, yes. Me, Brandon, no. But people stare at you and think you're acting weird, then I want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. Boop. I guess you don't have it in it to be mean even if you wanted to. Well, I think I probably could, but I try to hold that back and I don't want to be, so. Whatever you say, Sayori. I'm gonna crack myself up more times than anything in this. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Other students making their daily commute. So filled in this empty street. By the way, Brandon, have you decided on the club to join yet? No, I haven't. I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Although I have been looking at maces and medieval clubs. You know, like things you used to bat people over the head with. That's it. Never mind. Joke. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Did I really? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of the many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Don't really play that many games. The only anime I quote-unquote watch, if anything at all, is Ruby. If you even count that as an anime. Just some facts. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or any skills before college. Well, I'm 29 and I haven't gone into college yet. She might be onto something. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Yeah? And I know you're happy now, but I doubt if you're becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not using the real world. Now, I looked this up. A NEET is like not in education or in training. It basically means like you're not doing anything in your life in Japan, and you're kind of seen as like a nobody. That's a Japanese term. Why did they go big? Random thing. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs that makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Define try. Because my try and your try are two separate tries. Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! I gotta come up with some voices. Why do I let myself get flesh by a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. In her head. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Is Obi-Wan? No, you're not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, you didn't say hello there, so yeah, I guess you didn't. Yes, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Space is up there. You're staring at a wall. You were walling, not spacing. Sayori must have come to... Yeah, good. Look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. Well, obviously, there's no one here. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Fantastic. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did only because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed even to be less. What if I read them like celebrities? Gosh. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Sayori is Christopher Walken, sure. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I'm gonna do that. Sayori is Christopher Walken. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned out all of this. I'll let out a long sigh. Sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus today is the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I'm not selling my soul for a cupcake. No thanks. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me new member. I glance around the room. See Yuri. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. What should Yuri be? I was thinking John Wayne, but she can't be John Wayne. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure. I'm just going to read it normal. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Brandon, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All worlds escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. I guess that'd be her voice. Sorry. Oh, that's Sayori. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's a first year. Hypothetically. She's the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear and turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. I know it's Natsuki. I'm saying Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. Nah, I can't be John Wayne. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? I was thinking... That's right. It's great to see you again, Brandon. Who poses like that, Monica? Seriously, why? Why? What? Seriously, why? I'm having too much fun with this, if you can't tell. This is stupid. We do know each other last year. Well, we rarely talked, we were in the same class, Leo. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Completely out of my league cliche. So having her smile at me genuinely feels so little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Brandon. We've made room for you at the table so you can sit down next to me. Well, Monica, I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. No. I was trying to do a Pippin Lord of the Rings thing. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Why don't I just read all of them like Christopher Walken? All of them are Christopher Walken. But how about I make... No. How about I make tea as well? The girls have a few days arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room and Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? No, it's Yuri. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Christopher Walken is Sayori. That's what we're going to name this. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I saw that movie, by the way. It's boringly terrible. Just so you know. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. Yuri doesn't grab one? It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. She's staring at me. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? No? There's no comment actually added to that, Brandon. Okay. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sorry over there. Well, maybe. Captain Jack Sparrow. Well, maybe. Why not? But not like for you know, dummy. What am I going with? I'll just do pirate. Just pirate. Natsuki's a pirate. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. He returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down, blah blah blah. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of hot tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Sure you do. Sure. A little bit further down. Okay. Oh, I missed that. Okay. Well, tea may not be my favorite pastime, but I do enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I don't know. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Right. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Aren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Do you have to stand like that while you talk to me? Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Fantastic. And if I encourage others... Old Spice guy, that's Monica. And if I encourage others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out the effort to start something brand new, like Old Spice. No, Sean Connery. Oh, dang it. What? No, that's Patrick Stewart for Yuri. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. Screw it. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must work really hard to find these three. Boop. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. So I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Brandon, what things do you like to read? Well, let's see. The books I've read, Dune, Jurassic Park, And Then There Were None, Anne of Green Gables. So I read the Bible all the time. I'm reading this screenwriting book, besides all my military stuff. Manga. I'm recoiling myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It's like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking of seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Her tries the rim of her teacup with her finger, going like this, doing the get out thing. Oh, that's a weird... That's not a comparison to be making. Oh, gosh. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. You would like Lord of the Rings, then. Just so you know. Level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Tolkien literally made the fantasy genre. Just so you know, you'd probably like him. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. You should read about Middle-earth. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Her eyes look the same color to me. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? And I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Well, Jurassic Park is kind of like a horror book, in a way. I read a horror book once, Jurassic Park. Just to try to grasp I can relate to it on a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I mean, Dwayne Johnson is a very intelligent guy. I'm sure he could talk to you. Maybe introduce you to Kevin Hart. I think him and Natsuki are about the same height. I say that, but I think I'm actually about the same height as Kevin Hart. Is he 5'6", 5'7"? Because that's how tall I am. Self-burn. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Lord of the Rings. I haven't even read it myself. My brother did. I've read The Hobbit. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Zuki's eyes dart from me for a split second. Never mind. Because she lives horror, I must say. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. I gave that back. Fine, fine. Hey, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Ah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime, Mr. Frodo? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? Being a writer, I understand this sentiment. Well, aspiring writer, anyway. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expose your vulnerabilities, and show them the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you can share some of your work and set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oh. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Awesome silence for a moment. I was thinking James Stewart, but no. Okay, Monica's normal. I have an idea, everyone. Who? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I was thinking of doing Gollum. Yeah, let's do it. But plus, now that we have a Domanda, I think it'll help us plus... No, Jar Jar. Jar Jar Binks. Plus, now so that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with the Jar Jar Binks. I don't think I could keep that going too long. So, Misa likes that. Isn't that right, Brad? No, I can't do Jar Jar, Monica. I can't. Jar Jar can't be part of this. Monica smells warmly at me once again. I gotta figure out voices for them, though. There's still one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now that we're all back to the original talking and joining the club, I bluntly come forward. It's been on my mind the entire time. Really, it hasn't been the four girls. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and she just looks surprised, angry, sad. Mostly. This is more of the sad face that is like, ah, man. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. It's not really dejected. That's not really dejected. That's angry. Monica's the only one dejected. But, yeah. I'm sorry, I thought. Brandon. You all... I'm defenseless as these girls. Now, if I was in this actual situation, and I had like a friend actually bring me to the club, even if I wasn't interested in any of them, I probably kind of would do the same thing, depending. Even though, unlike the character, I actually don't mind literature to a point. I'm just very picky. So, yeah. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? If writing poems is the only price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. I roll. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Ah, she looks so sweet. She looks so happy. Sayori wraps around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. I don't even like that word. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Brandon, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I'm going to, actually. Nah. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre... Class star? Really? Mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat and Sayori and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Brandon, since we're already here... Oh, wait. Hey, Brandon, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home anymore because she always stayed after school. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, aloof and kooky, small and cutesy, deep and brooding, brains and beauty. If you know the reference, good. Will I be happy spending every day in the school with a literature club like this? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yeah, he's thinking... Never mind. Alright. Just make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Now, what I will do, that's different than my playthrough, I'm going to try to go with Sayori first, get all the way to Sayori, save, and then cut back at a certain point. That way I can go back to Natsuki and Yuri. But first I'm going to go the Sayori way, just to try to get those cutscenes. But one thing I am going to do that's different, that I don't remember any of the playthroughs doing, I'm actually going to write a poem. So I'm going to go through all these words, and in my next playthrough, which you will see, I'm actually going to write down all the words I'm going to use. So, till next time, see you later.